This summer, I'm road tripping the western US, going on outdoor adventures recommended by viewers like you, and trying the local beer along the way. This is gonna be stop number 10, my second to last. I'm headed to Eldorado State Park, Colorado. But before that, I am camped at a free camping spot in Wyoming, and it just so happens to be a cow pasture. And this morning I woke up to a bunch of cows running through here. It was so cool. They're all moms and babies, so it was really cute, and I just love it. You never know what you're gonna get into when you're living in a van. I don't have a bucket list per se, but I do keep track of things in my head where I'm like, I'm really glad looking back that I got to have that in my life. A reverse bucket list. And this morning was definitely one of them. There were cowboys on horses, wearing the hats, wearing the boots, herding the cattle. And that's just like such a symbol of the American West that I got to see firsthand. I'm living it. Oh, hi, honey. Excuse me, y'all. Can I just get through, please? It's your place, I know, but I need to get through. Excuse me. Y'all are awful cute, but I gotta go. Thank you. What are you staring at? Oh, little cuties. I love you. Look at those long eyelashes. If you're wondering what I used to film the video you're watching, it was just my phone, holding it as steady as possible. What I wish I had back then, but I have now, is the Hohem iSteady V3 Smartphone Gimbal. Basically what a gimbal is just a device to hold your phone for a smoother shot. With this one, there's 3 axes that are sure to keep your shot as smooth as possible. You can film horizontal or vertical. Some of the features include a tripod. All you gotta do is pull out these legs, spread them out. There you go, instant tripod. You can also pull out the extension if you want something taller, get a little bit more height. This right here is for AI to follow your gestures. You squeeze here to unattach this, flip it around so it's facing you. For a few examples, it recognizes the OK sign to mean start, and thumbs up, then to the side means switch from portrait orientation to landscape. See how it's following me and keeping me in the middle of the screen? But let's say I don't want to be in the exact center anymore, so I do the customized composition gesture, and I can move to the side of the frame without it following me. There's also a detachable remote, just pops right out of there. So if you wanted to control things like what mode it's in, or starting and stopping recording from far away, you could. Something else really cool is that if you use your finger to draw a rectangle around an object, just like that, once you're walking around it, it'll keep it in the frame and you can do a cool 360 shot. There's also the fake drone shot, where you get it up as high as you can and walk smoothly, and who knows the difference. If you turn the gimbal upside down and get the ground moving past really quickly, that can be a really cool effect too. And when you're done with it, it just folds up, can fit in your pocket, and you're ready to go. It's so easy to carry, adds a little production quality to your videos, and I can't wait to learn more about it. Thanks again to Hohem for letting me try this out and for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. I came in, the attendant taking the money, it costs $10 to get in here, said that there's a fire in Boulder, so that's what that smoke was that I saw. And they're asking people not to go on the longer trails. And honestly, like, I get it, that's fine, that's probably smart. So I'm going on a shorter one with good views, he said, called Fowler. Thing is, though, I have to find it because I didn't want to take a map because I'm only going to be here for one day, and I was like, oh, I don't need a map. No, you do need a map, even for a half-mile trail. I'm changing into closed-toed shoes because while it's only going to be a short hike, but there is a place called Rattlesnake Gulch, so, you know, can't be too careful. It's also in the 90s right now, but honestly, I don't think it's as bad as it felt in Utah or back home in Kentucky and Indiana, because it's a dry heat, you know, as they say. There's still somewhat of a breeze coming through. It's going to be a pretty short little hike today, but what can you do? Sometimes short hikes are fun, and I'll have a longer hike tomorrow. Here's where we are. Nice little viewpoint. Looks like fun. Normally I have a backpack and everything with my camera gear, but today, one water bottle, that's all I have. It's nice to feel light on a hike, you know? Starting to see some beautiful color in the rock. Looks like there's not actually a lot of rattlesnakes here. Well, I don't know. It doesn't say that necessarily, but something that looks like them is definitely here. Even though it just told me it's not as dangerous as a rattlesnake, I jumped when I saw this little statue. There's where we came from. There's that big side of the canyon we've been walking by. And then it opens up to the flatlands. That direction is the rest of Colorado, Kansas, and so on. Isn't that cool? You can see the gap looking at the flatland is widening up based on where we are. Bears are active in the area. Well, we're still just halfway on the Fowler Trail, so let's keep going. They're just black bears, I'm sure. This sign says we left the state park, but I don't know. I think I'll keep going. Looks like this dirt road continues on. But this is gonna be the end of the line for me, because it could just go on, and I think this is the best. You know, we're out of the mountains now. This is the best viewpoint we're gonna get. That's the road I came in on. What a cool place. What a nice hike. I really liked that it seemed like anybody could do it, you know? Beautiful canyon too. Now to get water and off to the campsite for the night. I just got some gas and filled up on water inside. Let's head to the campsite. I sure hope it's open because the one that I found online looks pretty cool, but if someone beat us there, then you never know. I got here, got out, heard a noise. My tire's punctured. Something to know about my tires is they're run-flat tires, meaning they can be driven on for 50 miles after a puncture. My van came with them, and because of that, I don't have a spare tire. I've had one bad incident where I wasn't within 50 miles of a mechanic, but since I built my van without a place for a spare, I had to go with run-flats again. That had to have just happened when I was going on all these rocks and stuff. I guess forget camping tonight. I'm gonna have to go get it fixed. I think it's 4:45 on a Friday. I thought if I have 50 miles, can I wait till tomorrow? But I guess I ought to play it safe and go somewhere. I don't want to risk messing up my car. I couldn't get signal, so I asked some people on the side of the road. They looked like a construction site. I don't even know my original question, but they told me how to get to Boulder. Oh yeah, I asked if they knew of any mechanics around. They gave me directions to Boulder. That's where we're going. The first place I went said they weren't able to help. It's 5:30, so everyone's about to close. I called this other place, explained my story, and they seemed like they would let me stay in the lot overnight in my van, because otherwise it would be a very expensive hotel. So, fingers crossed. The bad news is the tires are gonna cost me $1,400, but the good news is I went to Taco Bell. Kind of sucks about how much it costs, but that's the price of it going on this adventure. Just about 1 minute after I walked back to the tire place and sat down, I was done. The bad news is now I have, because I replaced run flat tires with normal tires, now is the time to switch to regular tires because of my problems with run flats. I thought I have to be able to squeeze it in somewhere. Now I have a spare tire that's very gigantic, and this is going to be a puzzle, but I can figure it out. I'm very sure it won't fit under my bed, extremely sure it won't fit in my under the floor storage. If I put it on the roof, I don't know how I would do that because there's a solar panel up there taking up as much room as possible. Let's try the front seat where like my paddleboard and stuff is. It fit. It doesn't look good there, and I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of work whenever I have someone, a passenger, you know. But I'm done for the day. Let's go find a campsite and have a well-deserved beer. My windshield is disgusting. The front of my car is a dead bug graveyard. But look at those new tires. They look fresh like a new pair of shoes. The spot I had was taken, of course, but now I'm driving around looking for a new one, and look what I see! Oh, sorry to spook you. You're beautiful. Okay, so this is the spot I found. There is a little view onto the town of Ward that I drove through before, and it's on the side of a road on a pullout. I don't love this spot, but I guess I've slept on pullouts before, so I guess it's okay. I guess I'm nervous about someone knocking on my door and being like, you can't camp here in the middle of the night, and it being scary. But I saw plenty of other people pulled off onto the sides of pullouts, so I bet I'll be fine. Now let's get that beer. I just spilled this much of beer on my carpet, in my entryway, down my leg, which really sums up about how I'm feeling right now. I'm frustrated because I have this big old tire that I have to figure out where to store now. The thing about having it in the front seat is that it's a very large object. I have it seat belted in right now, but if I was to wreck and it got out from the seatbelt, that's a big, huge object that's now a projectile. But anyway, I survived a leaky tire. I survived having my hiking plans change when there was a fire in the area of that hike I wanted to do. The cows were a fun surprise though. I liked the cows at the beginning of the day, but it just goes to show you, you never know what you can expect in a day. Time to drink this Milk Stout Nitro from Left Hand Brewing in Colorado. I know it's a very popular beer, very popular brewery. I've seen it outside of Colorado, so you might be able to pick one of these up at your local liquor store. It kind of reminds me of chocolate milk, alcoholic chocolate milk, but it's very smooth. It's a milk stout, so like you would think. Very delicious. I'm really glad I got this. Eldorado Canyon was suggested by A. Leithizer. If y'all are thinking, well, how come you always do his suggestions? He had the most suggestions on the video I asked for them. Next up, there is one destination left in the summer 2024 road trip. Really looking forward to it. Hope you can join me. Thank you for watching. Bye.